with us being in a cup final and of course still in the title race. This could be a title deciding weekend with Liverpool at home versus Manchester City and Arsenal at home versus Sunderland. We're gonna get into it. Plus, is Havertz starting to prove Arteta right on why we signed him and why he's playing consistently in this position right now, looking a little bit more effective than the club captain, Martin Odegaard. Plus, we're going to get into a little bit of the preview for the Sunderland game and talk about the latest discussions coming out of the press conference that Arteta's having right now. But before we go any further, how you doing, Kunle? How's everything, man?
Oh, yeah, now, my people. I'm good. I'm great. My team are just seem to be top everywhere. We're in finals. People are still talking about us, but they don't care about us. So, yeah, life is good, bro. You know what I mean? How you doing, man? How's the fam? How's everyone?
I'm good, bro. I'm chilling. You know how it is. People on YouTube have Twitter fingers and they start talking shit out of nowhere. But it is what it is.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The reason why you chose this top today, because that was the last top we wore when we won that trophy.
No, that's not the reason why.
Coincidence, that.
the real reason why I chose to wear this kit, it really pisses off some people when I wear old school kits because they're like, this guy, he wasn't around in '92. He can't win. He doesn't know the history. You guys, all of you guys, honestly, they piss me off.
Yeah, life, guys.
The funniest one of all is like, you can mispronounce something, you can say something wrong, and they're just gonna be all over it. Hey, my bad. I got Bristol and Birmingham City mistaken for each other. They both start with the letter B. Anyone can make mistakes, guys. We move on. Anyways, what are we going to do? We got to talk about some business, man. We got to talk about some business. Before we go any further, bro, what do you think about Arsenal's hopes of winning multiple trophies this season? Because I'm not going to lie to you. I might be getting a little bit ahead of myself, but the possibilities of us winning a bunch of trophies is in front of us. It's literally hasn't been this good in a long time. We're flying high. We're flying high right now. The Gunners could definitely get at least the league and the Carabao Cup minimum, in my opinion. Could it be more?
Look, I'm not getting lost in the multiple trophies part yet. I'm trying to get into the game by game, but I do 100% believe that we'll do more than one. Well, I don't know what the extra ones are, but one of them is definitely the Premier League. I'm set on that. I'm not gonna say it's not been one yet, but I've been consistent since the start of the season. We're winning that league, but I don't know what the additional ones are. There's definitely gonna be at least an additional one. At the very minimum, I see us picking up 2 trophies this year. I don't know which 2, but I know one of them is the Premier League. That's all I'm saying for now. That's all I know for now, because I can't allow myself to pump my chest about the Champions League yet because I haven't won it. So I don't know the general emotions I'm going to feel when we're on that journey. It could be what we're feeling right now. Who knows? But I'm not at that stage where I can say, do you know what? We're winning the Champions League. So I know we're winning 2. I just don't know what the second one is other than the Premier League. That's where I'm at personally.
I'm just looking at the situation right now and I'm saying to myself, people said, we don't get to finals under Arteta after the first one. We just got to our first final in a couple of years, so we're already checked that off. Semi-finals, we don't do well in semi-finals. We beat Chelsea, I would say, quite comprehensively over the 2 legs, quite convincingly, if you want to say, use that adjective, whatever adjective you want to use to describe it. I thought we might have edged it with the final game, but I thought we had control over the whole tie. I never felt in danger with Chelsea. And if we can get into the Chelsea and the discussions around the cups, bro, there is a possibility we could play Man City like 5 times. If we face them in the FA Cup and the Champions League, we would have already played them once. We then are going to play them in the cup final. We're going to play them away from home. We're going to play them possibly twice in the Champions League. And then if they do go far in the FA Cup and we go far, we could meet them in the FA Cup also. So this season could be a season where it's going to be one of those crazy seasons.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. The Carabao Cup and the Etihad, that's the last 2 times I want to play City this year. I don't want to see them in the Champions League. I don't like seeing English clubs in the Champions League because our track record playing English clubs in the Champions League in the knockout stages is not very, very good. So I'd rather avoid them because I don't think I don't like playing the same team multiple times in a year. Twice a year, cool. Let's keep it pushing Because when it goes past that 2 times, it starts getting different things start happening. I don't want to be in that scenario where I'm seeing City every 2 weeks. I've got a game against City in a different competition. Yeah, we definitely have to play them in the Carabao Cup. Yeah, I believe we can beat them. I believe it's really important for us to win that Carabao Cup now because of they're the team challenging us in the title race. So I think that will really take us over the line, showing them how it's done in the Carabao, then pushing on. But I hopefully don't. I don't want them in the FA Cup or the Champions League as well. I don't. Not because I'm scared of them. It's because law of averages says it's going to disappoint us in one of them, isn't it? So I don't want to give a chance of that happening personally.
Hey, you know what? As you said earlier, a lot of people kind of like negatively looking at Arsenal about saying we're boring, saying we're this, saying we're that. You know what was refreshing? Did you see the video I posted about the Spanish
Nigerian brother? Oh, which one?
No, not Papa Ute.
Which
Not
one?
that one. The one. What do you call it? Gia Balogun. Balogun. How do you say his name?
Guillem Balogun.
Guillem Balogun. Yeah, Spanish guy. He Spanish journalist. He basically put out what people actually think of Arsenal across Europe. He put it quite eloquently. Also, it was after we dropped points to Nottingham Forest and we booed off the players off the pitch. He basically was like, "This is weird." So let me just show you, because I thought this was very interesting. And I don't think a lot of people really take in. So he's obviously speaking about Arsenal fans booing their own team. Yeah, but he gives us the bigger picture on what Arsenal's thought about across Europe. And it's a whole big thing, but I'm just going to point out some of the key points because I thought this was very important to I listened to it on a TikTok and I was like, yo, this was very, very informative. So yeah, let me just play that. Let me just play this for TikTok for you because I think this is the best way to actually hear everything that he's saying. Where is it? You know, I do too much sometimes on TikTok, on Twitter.
Really important context that he posted about where Arsenal are seen in Europe versus this very, very narrow opinion of Arsenal, which is just so boring to be honest. But listen to this. So he goes, look, let me offer a bigger picture on Arsenal. So the ones you hear across Europe. Arsenal are not seen here as a team that are stalled. They are seen as a reference point for the whole of Europe. So
we're seen as a reference point. Do you hear that?
As the team, many look at trying to understand where elite football is heading. The game has shifted. It's no longer enough to dominate the ball or to attack well. The top sides now.
You know what? I'm thinking I can't play these videos. I'm going to play it. Can you hear it in the background?
I think you might have to add the link to where you got it from in your information, but I think you can play it.
What about the actual footage? That's what I'm worried about.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
Yeah. But do you know what? It's what this tells me is what I've been trying to tell our fan base for a couple of years now. And I don't know. I don't think enough of them listen to it. I think you've been mentioning it as well. And you highlighted it on when you were bigging up that other guy's page. Having your own thoughts. Like thinking for yourself. Just because things are cool and trending and all the rivals are saying it, just because they're saying it doesn't mean it has to be gospel. It has to be true. Use your eyes. Analyze football yourself. A logical person will understand that, first of all, negative stuff about Arsenal sells. So they push it out every single day. I'm pretty sure there's some Arsenal fan pages not run by Arsenal fans just throwing negative stuff in there because they know it's going to rattle the fan base.
Bro,
you know?
I've seen it. And you know, I call it out whenever I see it.
Yeah, 100%. And it's sad because the reality is if I don't think anyone in Europe is calling Arsenal boring because if you watch all our Champions League games, goals galore, chances. Teams try to hold us back for a bit, but they realize, shit, I need points too. I need to go and get my free. They open up a bit, go for the game because they feel they can go toe-to-toe with the best of Europe. And we see what happens, innit? 3 goals, 4 goals, 2 goals, whatever. We see what happens. The Premier League, they're not ready to take those risks because in their mind, they don't have the quality that the teams in Europe do because that's the elite of Europe, right? Whereas in the Premier League, they're like, we don't have the quality. Let's ruin the game and blame it on Arsenal. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think the point that he pointed out which I think is the most interesting part, is near the end of the video when he speaks under Mikel Arteta, Arsenal's control in space, time, and other very important elements, rhythm. Obviously, he speaks about the aggression and being chaotic, and they can create. They also the chaos finds gaps, and then he speaks about being positive. They view Arsenal as positive. They view Arsenal as when they lose the ball, the reaction, the immediate denying the opponent of oxygen, basically saying we're suffocating the opponent to a level where in Europe they're understanding that this is understood as modern dominance. It's not just a style of play. We're dominant. That's what they're viewing it as. They're saying key playing grounds. They're like, when you look at the defensive rhythm, when you look at the offensive rhythm, when you look at how we play, winning duels and everything else, they're just like, we appear to be one of the more dangerous sides across Europe. And then they speak about Pep Guardiola's ideals. They speak about everything else in football, but they're like, the fact that they're pressing so hard, the fact that they're punishing anyone who hesitates. This, and then he finishes off by saying, progression is often comfortable. It rarely moves in a straight line. Arsenal don't look lost in my eyes. They look early. Basically saying that this is not a team that's confused. This is not a team that doesn't know what they want to do. This is a team that's close to getting to where they want to be, and you guys are just viewing them as you guys are viewing the early stages of a great team. And you don't realize it.
Do you know what it is? Like, I believe, like, don't get it wrong, Igal. There's a lot of games I watch and I'm thinking we can take more risks, which I'll give. I 100% believe we can take some more risks in certain games, but to blame the what's it called, the style of majority of the games that we play against teams on us, it can't be. Like, if there's 11 men behind the ball every time we play, we can't play the free-flowing football we want to, because everyone's intimidated that if we do, then they're going to leak goals. And we've seen it happen. From when Man City are playing low blocks against Arsenal, you know it can't be Arsenal that are ruining the game. Free-flowing Pep Guardiola, is too scared to come and attack Arsenal. Why would he be scared if we're that shit, if we're that bad? Really? I'm like, keep it up. Why would he be scared to come at us? Why would, what's his name, Matisse, be doing up like a low block for 70 minutes? Yeah. 70 minutes in a game that he's got to win. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, he would just go gung-ho and go for it if we're that shit. But we're not shit. If we're that shit, come outside and show us. Do you get what I'm saying? They're mad.
Nah, I hear it. People do hit those like buttons right now and let us know what you guys think in the comment section. Manager of the year. Yeah, he's going to win manager of the year. If we win the Premier League, Arteta's going to win manager of the year.
If Sunderland finish in the top 5, they're like, yeah, he's got to get it. The Sunderland guy's got to get it. Or some shit like that.
No, they're not going to give it. They're not going to give it to anybody else. They cannot give it to anybody else this year. It can only go to Arteta. But before we talk anything else about Arteta, a lot of the people who are saying Arteta out and stuff, that's irrelevant at this point. As a team, we just need to get over the line, and we need to back the boys. I don't think it should be Arteta out, Arteta in. Once it's done, some people are going to have to hold corn for some of their decisions. But right now, we just need to get over the line. And in the process of trying to get over the line, Arsenal tried to make a January signing. They approached Bayern for Leon Goretzka. Did you hear about this?
I heard something about that. I didn't know how true that was, but I heard something about it.
So reports came out from Bayern, this Bayern account, Christian Folk, basically stating that Arsenal made an offer for Bayern's Leon Goretzka. Reportedly, he turned it down.
Is he getting games in Bayern right now?
Bro, if he can, at the time, if he was to come to Arsenal, what would he do? He would be a squad option. Yeah. He's played 18 games for Bayern this season. He's not played a single game. He's played 6 games in the Champions League, so he's not missing out on too many games. Maybe he's not starting every game, but I don't know exactly why.
I have a question for you actually. Yeah. Do you think, as much as I hate anyone getting injured, but do you think the fact that Marino got injured could be a blessing in disguise for a couple of other players in our squad?
Yeah, probably Eze, and definitely Havertz coming straight back into the team. It helps him get straight back into the team, and it helps him find his feet back into a team where, really and truly, if Moreno was fit, I don't know, he wouldn't have. Maybe Havertz wouldn't have started versus Chelsea up top. I mean, maybe Havertz wouldn't have came on, and it would have been a completely different situation. Maybe he wouldn't have started versus Leeds. I mean,
exactly.
Maybe.
So, like, as much as I would love an extra body and someone with experience of Goretzka, I would never say no, especially for a 6-month loan. Definitely not sign him outright, but 6-month loan, another body of experience, I would never say no. But I like the fact that the window's closed and it's forcing our manager to find his own solutions from within. I'm kind of excited about it.
I don't like finding solutions in January outside of the Premier League because I feel like it takes a while for some players to get acclimatized to the league. Now, don't get me wrong, Havertz has come back in and he's looked great. I still want to keep Mikel Moreno. I think Mikel Moreno is so useful at set pieces. His headers are amazing. He's a little bit of a cult hero with his performances this season, stepping up in big games.
But my question to you, is how many games would we ever see Moreno and Havertz start? I don't think that would have been often. I think it's more an either-or thing. I think. I could be wrong, but
I think Marino is basically a jack of all trades, master of none. And he really helped us out in the early phase with all the injuries that we've had. But Leon Goretzka, is he that kind of player? Is he somebody who can fill in the 10, fill in the 8, fill in the 6? Maybe.
Look, he's definitely someone with a lot of experience, and I wouldn't have minded it. But I'm glad that we have to find the solutions from within, because maybe he has to take more risks with Eze now. He has to take more risks with the likes of Havertz starting games or whatever. I think probably Norgard was probably going to see more minutes as well, because in terms of that, to close games out as well. So I'm excited and intrigued what the manager does. Has there been any updates on Saka's injury, by the way?
There was just an Arsenal press conference just a minute ago. So we're gonna look at every word of the press conference as we go right now. Before we go any further, though, people, please do hit that like button right now. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a single penny. Please do hit that like button right now. And, of course, don't forget to check out the channel sponsor, OK Jersey. Link is in the description. Now, before we go any further, Arsenal's press conference ahead of the game versus Sunderland at home. It's going to be a big game, must-win game. Every game is pretty much a must-win game till the end of the season. We cannot slip up. We need to get a stranglehold over this league so a lot of people can just breathe easy for the rest of the season, because I do feel like there's still some fans who will have nerves if any points are dropped, especially if Man City get some form. So first things first, let's look at injuries. Here are some of the injury discussions. Saka, his hip is getting much better, so hopefully very soon he will be with us very soon. And then when Odegaard and Timber, again, getting better, it's a matter of days. That means he's not going to play. And then Urian is fine. So Urian Timber is fine to play. Odegaard is not 100% yet, and Saka is probably 50-50 doubtful for the game. So that kind of gives us an idea of what might happen with the lineup. With that being said, I don't think Odegaard and Saka start because they're coming back, but I could see a world where Timber just goes straight back into the starting lineup. What do you think? Do you play Ben White?
Yeah, I would personally, because we don't like, as much as I'm appreciative of how much minutes Timber's getting played. I think Ben brings us something different, and he's earned the right to get some more minutes as well. I'm not saying one's better than the other, but I think they both give us different things, and it's getting close to the business end. So the fresher our players are for the final stretch, the better things are going to be. And you know what I was thinking about, Igal? Because remember the second title race where we were 2 points clear?
Yeah.
2 points behind, sorry. Remember how we our football wasn't the most attractive, but we were just getting it done. And then it seemed like end of January, we just went into overdrive. 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, bro. It just started doing.
But it's also who we were facing that we were slapping up. We were facing the West Hams. We were facing these teams that were slapping like convincingly. It wasn't like we were slapping, but we did slap Chelsea also, to be fair, right?
Bro, look, that's what I'm saying. When we didn't slap those type of teams first half of the season, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? It was like a 1-0, 2-1. I'm hoping what happened that season happens again, because it seemed like we were just trying to manage ourselves the first half.
No Dubai this time.
Oh, there's no Dubai.
Because you don't get a break. Last time we had an FA Cup, League Cup break. But we're going to talk about breaks because Tottenham are going to get 12 days off before the North London derby. That's crazy, wow. Right? Liam, but I wanted to mention Liam Rosenior because Arteta spoke about it. Did you see Liam Rosenior? What he did? What do you call it during the game? I mean, warm up. He basically told some of the Arsenal people to get off the pitch. And then this was the discussion that was being spoken about yesterday. The press conference today when he was asked about it.
Half the other team have their half. I've never asked my team or my coaches to encroach on the opposition's territory. In that moment, I didn't think it was right where they were operating in terms of if they were affecting my lads' warm up and my staff's warm up. So I asked them, maybe not politely, to make sure they stay in that.
To me, it just seems like he lost his head before the game, bro.
Facts. When just people do too much. Like, I get it. You're a new manager trying to stamp your authority, but don't do too much. We saw the last guy that did too much. He was taking over a team in Manchester that finished 17th or something last season. So, my brother, let the focus be how your team are playing, not how some of the ridiculous things you're saying in your press conferences.
You know who he was shouting at? I seen someone posted it. No, Liam Rosenior. Let me show you who he was shouting at. It wasn't a player. It was the goalkeeper coach getting a long kick. That's who he was shouting at. He was shouting at this guy.
Head's gone.
Bro, it's our ground. We do this every game. I've never seen anyone lose their head over this. And there's multiple articles about him saying, "Oh, Arsenal disrespected our warm-up. They're in our way." He's just moving wet, bro.
These are the things you say when you won the game. You know them ones. After you lost the game, you can't be saying shit like that. Like, we still won. We ran up in the Emirates and did what we had to do. But I didn't like how they were so we had to teach them a lesson on the pitch. That's what we respect here, Rosenior. You don't pull up to the Emirates needing a win, playing freaking haram football for 70 minutes. Your best chances came after 90 minutes. And then start bitching and moaning about some warm-ups, bro. Come on, man. Welcome to the Premier League, G.
Facts. Bro, I just feel like sometimes these guys try to rage bait us into nonsense. Like Arne Slot the other day, he was talking about Arsenal. Did you hear what Arne Slot said? This guy, he thinks we sign players based on their height alone. Wallah, this guy is hilarious. And he forgets that he has a lot of tall players in his team. He's like, we haven't signed the biggest, tallest players who pose a very big threat in set pieces. Basically implying Arsenal signed players that are tall.
You see all these messages. I love them, Egal. And they could be very effective. For example, if he made this statement in their title winning season, I'm pretty sure people would feel it a lot more. Not when your fan base are divided by you. You're trolling them saying, I don't think a team that's only won 2 titles in 30 years can be complaining at the situation they're in right now. Focus on your focus, Arne Slot. You're distracted. When you guys are winning games last minute and taking the league last season, what Arsenal were doing didn't concern you, did it? How tall our players were didn't concern you. And we've not added any tall players this summer, just in case that you maybe confused. We had them same tall players that you're referring to last season, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? We added man like Eze and Noni this year, so there weren't no tall players there. You're just bored and you're trying to shift the focus. Focus on your job and win something.
Focus on yourself. I hear it. Okay, let's get back to the Arteta press conference. See what else is being spoken about. Yeah, he signed Isak. He has Ekitike. He has all these big, tall center backs, but he's acting like he doesn't have height in his team. It's
great
absolutely
point.
Shout out to Oxlade-Chamberlain, bro. After training with us for half the season, he's now gotten his move to Celtic, and Mikel Arteta and Arsenal staff are very happy that they were able to help a former player get himself back on his feet before getting him moved to an actual club. So fair play to Oxlade-Chamberlain. What else is there?
I was scared he was going to do a Wenger when he had Flamini and let him play for the end of the season. I'm so glad he didn't do that. Thank you.
But you know what? Credit to Arsenal. We're a classic club. He could have gone to Liverpool to go train. Why didn't he do that? But guess what? Everyone comes to Arsenal. Even David Beckham came to Arsenal, you know?
Indeed, he did.
Let's talk about this. We previously played them, and he's like, well, it was an extremely competitive, really well coached, and very good individuals, very clear identity of what they want to do. We were where they wanted to take the game, and it was very good. You could obviously see the result just had against the top side. That you can see with the results they've just had against the top side. So we know what to expect and what we need to deliver tomorrow. LB needs to see this because he thinks my manager is not humble. He's literally sitting here praising them for their their performance against us in a draw, where other people say they just sat back, they just did this, they talk shit. Anyways, I don't know. I get triggered by stuff like that. It's kind of irrelevant to a certain degree.
See, with this Arteta thing, as sad as it is, he's only gonna the rest of the fans are gonna join us and come on board once he starts winning stuff. Because I'll be honest with you,
they never will.
No. In terms of they'll respect some of the things he does. They won't give him the props he deserves, but they'll respect some of the things he does. So, for example, I used to chat shit about Ferguson. I hated him at this, that, and that was basically because he's put my team through pain. But if you ask me who's the greatest manager of all time, it's Fergie, bro. I've learned to respect it when I look back without the emotions. LB is emotional right now, Igal. Don't listen to him. He's talking of not logic. It's emotion. He didn't think that his team will be back to the point where that no wins in 4, losing 4 points against Tottenham again. Like he's defeated, bro. He lost to Bodo Blint this year. Like it's dark. It's dark there, bro. He's got, who's that guy? Max Elaine as his centre back. Some games, like, bro, leave LB alone. He's going through it right now, man. LB, we're here for you. No matter what, we are here for you, my brother. I understand Arteta's giving you some nightmares right now, and you know he's going to dunk on you in the Carabao and the league this year. And rather than get in front of it and give him his props early, you'd rather shit on his parade, hoping for the worst. I hear it. You're just a rival.
All I know is the Arsenal edits are going to be nuts after the end of the season when we win the league. I can already tell. But rivals don't hate Arteta because he's a bad manager. They don't hate Arteta because of his style of play. They don't hate him because of his interviews. They hate him because of the media, how they've interpreted him as this villain. How are you a villain when you've never won anything besides the FA Cup? How are you a villain when you've not won consistently? Bro, they've made him more of a villain, I swear to you, than Jose. Jose walked into the league and was kind of celebrated. I remember Jose being celebrated on how he was quirky, how he was arrogant, how he was cocky.
They will say he backed out with trophies. That's what they will say, guys. So
they loved him. Arsenal fans, obviously, we didn't like him, but guess what? We weren't supposed to like him. He was whooping our ass every year, and he was playing like shit too. But guess what? Now the shoe's on the other foot. You seen the Jose interview the other day that everyone was posting?
No.
10 games in a row. They beat Arsenal. Chelsea beat Arsenal 10 games in a row, undefeated with Jose. You know what he said?
What?
They keep making fun of me, but I keep beating their team, so I understand why they're making fun of me.
And that's how it goes. That's where we're at right now. We keep beating their teams and they keep making fun of us, mate. So we move. Let's go to Sunderland. Granit Xhaka. No, but listen to this, Igal. You go from beating a team 4-0, 5-0 every season, and now you've not beaten them in 3 years. Wouldn't you be frustrated by it?
Bro, it's multiple teams. Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea. Man United just beat us for the first time in years. Man City haven't beaten us in years. So it's like, bro, a lot of these guys, we have bragging rights over them. So that's why they don't like Arteta.
Yeah.
And some of these rivals, they wanted Arteta sacked long ago because they're like, for a while, they're trying to fake it and be like, we have to keep Arteta in like he's Oli or something. But now they're starting to realize, yo, this guy's too good. We gotta make sure these guys put pressure on their manager to win or else leave. That was the whole thing, because they're like, yo, he's getting too good. And I remember Gary Neville doing this. Remember Gary Neville doing this? He's like, top 4 is his peak. He might as well leave. Now he's back in Arsenal.
Yeah, I see that recently.
Stupid. Anyways, let's get on to the game. Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz has been sensational lately, bro. Kai Havertz has been sensational.
Sensational is a big word right here.
Bro.
Sensational. He's been good.
Look at it this way. Kyrat, he put in work. Chelsea came on as a substitute, put in work, right? Leeds away, we don't score the first goal if him and Gyökeres are not occupying the space to give Zubimendi the opening to get to the header. So I'm saying
sensational is a big word, bro. He's been good. He
came in. He's on good form. He's contributed to goals. He's been getting around, doing a good job, and I think he's probably going to start.
I personally would start him. For the next 2-3 games, I'd start Havertz and have Gyökeres come on 30 minutes.
Wait. I'm talking in the 10.
Oh, is it? Nah. I'm talking about starting in the false 9 personally, bro.
We don't need.
I prefer. This is my logic for the next few weeks, 2-3 games. I want to see Havertz start as the false 9. And then when the defenders are maybe opening up and a bit tired, throwing Gyökeres, getting him behind them. I'd like to see what that looks like for a couple of weeks. Hopefully that gets him scoring a couple goals. He's confident, and then for the running, he's raring to go. Because the biggest thing, like regardless of what you think about Gyökeres, I want him confident in the business end. What do you get what I'm saying? Whatever that looks like, I need a confident version of him. Whether he's holding up play, whether he's putting chances away, whatever. I just need the most confident version of him for the back end of the season. If getting them goals for the next 2-3 games and the last 20-30 minutes of games can build his confidence up, let him start in maybe a couple of weeks' time, then see if he can push on, give him some starts. I don't like this chop and change. 1 week, Jesus, Gyökeres, Marino, Havertz, Jesus. Like, I don't like all of that. Give our players some time. Even with the Eze thing, I want him to get a couple of back-to-back games before he gets brought out again, because his minutes have been very sporadic over the last few weeks. So
all right, let's do this then. Quick lineup. So we put 2 players in. You have him here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep him. We're gonna just keep him there for now, and we'll work our way from the back. David Raya has been proven to be one of the most important players in this team, already basically guaranteed to win the Golden Boot, Golden Glove, I mean. And he looks like he's going to be on pace to win it for the 3rd year in a row. This time he's going to probably win the league also, so that's huge for him. Saliba, bro, Saliba is honestly his story. I retweeted a video about his story. He deserves this, man. Like, he's worked his whole life, got to a club where he's supported as a kid. He's always been one of the giants in his team, and now he's gonna go down and immortalize himself as one of the greats. Hopefully one of the greats for Arsenal in the next coming years, if he continue to win trophies, of course. And then Gabriel, great centre back partnership, probably the best centre back partnership we've had since Per Mertesacker and Koscielny.
Yeah, definitely. No doubt.
By far. Then
Cala's got to come back, bro. I'm tired of not
trying
to. He's definitely man of the match. No, not man of the match. He had a solid game against Chelsea.
He played a lot of minutes in the last game. I don't know if Miles Lewis-Skelly is going to get into this team right now. So I'm just going to put him there. Declan Rice is in. Zubimendi's in. Do we rest Zubi? No. There's no rest, bro. Zubi's in.
Who's after Sunderland? Is it another league game?
FA Cup game?
Okay.
FA Cup game. We'll talk about it in a second. This is where I'm talking. Odegaard's going to be out.
Eze starts for me.
Eze.
Yeah.
The thing is, I know Arteta. He started Eze and played him the whole game, and he brought Havertz. He brought Havertz onto the pitch, and he also took Gyökeres off. I think it's going to be a conversation like this, and I think it's going to be Timber. Sorry, why am I saying Timber? Trossard. Trossard over there, and then on the right, I'm gonna go Nani. Bro, you see, today I'm on a mad thing. What am I talking about? Anyways, Trossard on that side, Nani Madueke on that side. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the team, bro. If I'm gonna be honest, I just think this is how he's gonna set up, because the like for like change for Gyökeres off the bench is going to be Jesus. The like for Havertz is gonna be Eze. The only other way I see the team changing is if he just says, Zubimendi, you can have the night off, and he puts Eze and Havertz with Rice.
Ooh, I can't see him doing that, to be fair. He's not that ballsy, man. I wish he was to see it. Xhaka's still injured, right?
Yeah.
I can't say I'm upset about that. I wish him a speedy recovery, nevertheless. Just not this game. I know he would have been up for it going back to the Emirates, 100%.
Yeah. So there you go. Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Havertz, Zubimendi, Rice, Nani Madueke, Gyökeres, Trossard. You like that team?
I like it, but it's not what I would have gone for. But I know, as you said, this is probably what the manager does go for.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, probably does go for that.
That's what I'm thinking, based on just how we usually see him do things. I think that's how he usually does things. He's not going to shy away from. Gyökeres is going to pretty much start majority of the games. There's a vested interest to get Gyökeres to work, man. And I don't think he's. And I do think with Odegaard injured, I see Havertz starting over Eze right now.
I don't like it personally, but I get it because I still think Eberechi Eze has a big role to play in the trophies we win this season. I've seen it. I told you. I think, what was it, match week 5? I told you what's happening in the last game of the season. So for that to happen, he needs to be involved. He's getting a guard of honor at his former club, Crystal Palace, on the last game of the season. So for that to happen, he needs to be involved. I've seen it already. I've seen the visual. They're going to be playing Let It All Work Out as he's walking through his when they give it, because we would have won the title. I think 2 games before the end of the season, we would have won it. It's going to be tough. It's going to be annoying, but we'll get it done.
You know what? I just think the way that we need to stop looking at this is it's not about Eze not getting minutes. It's more just about how does everybody in the team fit. And I do think Arteta has a method to his madness. I don't think he's just being silly and just saying, oh, I'm not going to play him. I'm going to play him. He just gave Eze a whole 90-plus minutes versus Chelsea. Is he now going to play the whole another game from start to finish?
Brother, players play 3 games a week all the time, man. So I hear you, but I get it. I'm not mad that he's not going to start, but I would have liked to see him in a game like that, because I don't think Sunderland will be as negative as Chelsea in the style of play, personally. Which is,
Eze has played 30 games already this season.
It's probably his most games he's ever played in the season, I'm sure.
That is one more away from his 2023-2024 season, and Eze has a history of injuries. So I think they've been monitoring, just making sure he doesn't get injured, making sure players are available. And he started 90 minutes versus Kairat, 9 minutes versus Leeds, 90 minutes versus Chelsea. I'm expecting maybe 20-30 minutes versus Sunderland. I'm not expecting him to start.
I'm definitely not expecting it, but
I'm seeing a trend. He started versus Inter, came off the bench versus Man United, started versus Kairat, came off the bench versus Leeds. He started versus Chelsea. He's probably going to come off the bench versus Sunderland. And then who do we play after Sunderland?
I think Brentford. I'm not 100% though. In the league, maybe. It's Wigan, obviously, in the FA Cup, but then...
Yeah, but is it Wigan or is it... It is not Wigan. You're right. It's Brentford. So, yeah, I could see him starting Thursday against Brentford. We play on Thursday against Brentford.
Fair.
So, wait. How's it going to work? So, Eze starts versus Brentford and then starts versus Wigan and then back on the bench versus Wolves.
Interesting. I wouldn't mind if he gets that back-to-back starts. That's why I just want him to get some back-to-back starts and have Rice and Zubi in his base, not Norgard and Marino or whatever.
At home for Sunderland, could you see Jesus start and Gyökeres come off the bench or something? Or where does Jesus start? Does Jesus start versus like Arteta and these guys? They have to manage these games because look at this. We play. What do you call it? I'm not complaining. I'm just pointing out a fact, guys. We play a bunch of games in very close succession, and then we play Tottenham. You look at Tottenham, and you look at their fixtures. You're gonna see they don't have as much congestion as us. They play us, and they have 12 days off. So with that being said, is that an advantage or a disadvantage? What do you think? I think it's an advantage. I think Tottenham do bad when they have a lot of rest.
Oh yeah.
I've seen them shit the bed numerous times when they've had multiple days rest. Remember, just a year ago, they came off international break, not playing the weekend before that, and they still were shit.
It's at home as well, man. They've not been that good at home this season. To be honest, it's a North London derby at the end of the day. Our players will be up for it, whether they've had 6 days rest or 1 day's rest. So, and I think we won the last 2 visits to shite Hart Lane as well. So I'd consider that continuing. So
you're not too worried about
not like we should. We're at the stage where we shouldn't have to worry, but we should be cautious because it's still derby day and anything can happen. But you know what I mean? It's Tottenham, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Tottenham. It's not that serious. Okay, bringing it to the Sunderland game. Xhaka's going to be out. Let me just pull it up. Xhaka's going to be out. It looked just to see the team news. Xhaka's going to be out. And then they got a couple other guys out. For Arsenal, we have Moreno out. We have Max Dahmen out. And I thought Saka was touch and go. I thought Odegaard was the one that was out. I'm confused why it says Saka's out when I thought Odegaard was the one that was more at risk. But yeah, regardless, I don't think Saka or Odegaard start. And I think Timber has a good chance of starting. But I would have played Ben White just not to risk Timber.
Yeah, he played 90 in the week, right? Timber.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk it. How many minutes did he start versus Chelsea?
Who?
What do you call it? 1 second, let me see.
Timber started both Chelsea games, one on the left back, one right back.
Yeah, so he played full 90 versus Chelsea. I think Ben White's going to start this game.
I hope so.
But he did also just play 3 games in a row, full 90. Man United, Leeds, Chelsea. Timber.
Who? Timber. Yeah, exactly. So he needs to chop bench for this next one.
When he's on, he's on. Like, when was the last time Ben White had a full 90? I don't know.
I don't know. Was it Portsmouth?
I'm just gonna look. Kyra was the last time he had a full 90. You know what? Give Ben White the game, bro. I'm not too worried. I think Ben White links up so much better with our right backs. So much better.
Yeah, 100%.
When he's at right back, he links up so much better than any other right back.
Saka, White, Odegaard, that combination is elite.
Yeah. So when he's at right back, it's like he's linking up and he's doing what right backs do. When Timber's there, he's cutting inside and playing like an inside.
Yeah.
So it's
like, sometimes it annoys me. I can't lie, but yeah.
So why is it when Timber's on the pitch, Arteta has Saka playing as a right back? I'm like, yo, what are we doing? Play Saka inside, he'll score more goals. You're playing Timber inside in the box versus Man United. I'm shocked. I'm like, why is our right back in the box wrestling with center backs?
Saka's out till Spurs, apparently.
What?
Yeah, the comment section saying Saka's out till Spurs.
I'm not surprised. Arteta did just say he's out. So I don't know why. I don't know. Wait, Arteta said he's touch and go, though. I'm confused. Did we not just read this? Bro, Arteta, you can't trust Arteta's interviews.
Yeah, especially about injuries. I still will never forget the one that he told us about Saliba.
He said this today. He said the hip is getting much better, hopefully very soon. And then Odegaard, he says it's a matter of days. So Odegaard, that's a matter of days, is going to be back before Saka, who's very soon. I'm confused. Which one is it? Yeah, injuries at Arsenal don't make sense, man. I remember there was a game where everyone was talking about Arteta saying the players are out. They haven't trained, and then Saliba just pops up out of nowhere. It was Aston Villa. Was it Aston Villa? Saliba The Aston Villa game at the Emirates, 4-1. Gabriel just popped up out of nowhere, right?
I remember, but I can't remember the game. I know what you're talking about.
All right. Anyways, before we go on to the final bit, what we saying score prediction wise for this game versus Sunderland? Because I don't see Sunderland coming to our house and slapping us or beating us or scoring goals like left, right, and center. I'm seeing a low scoring game, like a 2-0 or like a 1-0 for Arsenal. What are you saying?
Yeah, I think a 2-0. 2-0 Arsenal on this one.
2-0 Arsenal?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We owe them one, and Arteta loves himself some revenge, so I see another one tomorrow.
Yeah, and with their main man Xhaka out of the team, they could really be really screwed. Did Xhaka play the last game for them?
Yeah. Oh, the last game against us or the last game?
No. I know he played against us. I mean, their last.
He's not played the last 2 games, I don't think, for them.
2 games he's been out.
Something like that.
And they beat Burnley and they lost to West Ham. Bro, if these guys are losing 3-0 to West Ham away, yeah, it might be dark for them. They don't win away games. They just draw.
It needs to be dark.
Bro, we need to slap these guys.
What they did for us last minute, we got to hurt them, bro.
Yeah.
We got to hurt them. Punishment.
That's what it needs to be. That's what it needs to be. But guys, before we go any further, final thing is, bro, could this be the weekend where we look back and we say we won the Premier League, or we basically know we're going to go on to win it? Because if I look at the table and I look at the games that are going to be played, I know people are saying don't get ahead of yourself. I'm not sitting here doing a Piers Morgan saying we're the best team in football history, guys. Relax. I'm just saying, Chelsea, we beat them. We look good. I expect us to beat Sunderland. And Liverpool are at home versus a certain Manchester City. You know what I mean? And I look at Liverpool's history at home versus Manchester City, 2-0 win, 1-1 draw, 1-0 win, 3-1 win, 2-2 draw. The last time I seen them lose to Man City was the game where they lost 4-1 in 2021. And even before that, it's either a draw or a Liverpool win. I just don't see Man City going to Anfield and coming back with the 3 points. They've only done it one time in the last 20 years, bro.
Don't let this be the second time, yeah? Pep, calm it down. Hey, Arne Slot, do what you got to do. And I'm not asking you to take points off them for us. I want this to be very, very clear. I don't want you to take points off them for us. You can't let your Premier League rivals, as you Liverpool fans tell us, you were in a back-to-back with him and Klopp and all that stuff. You can't let them come to your backyard and take points. Are you mad? Your backyard. Come on, man. You still got Champions League qualification to play for. Momentum. Key. You got to have momentum. And what would a win against City at home do to galvanize the troops to get that Champions League position? Come on, man. You might even pick up a little FA Cup.
Hey, they took Semenyo from you. They took Gahey from you. They're trying to take Xabi Alonso from you.
Retaliate.
How many league titles off you? You guys worried about us?
You know what I'm saying? You're trying to be their bitch again? Come on, have some shame. Have some shame, Liverpool.
Hey, I'm not nervous. I'm just saying. You know Michael Irving? I'm just saying. Anyways, but before we go, bro, what's your prediction for that game?
You know what? It's a weird one because both teams are just win. Yeah. I don't know if Liverpool have got enough to just get the win, but I think it'll be a Desmond, man. 2-2.
Yeah, Arteta's such a nice guy. He apologized to Liam Rosenior. He said, we apologize to Liam Rosenior for the Arsenal staff have been very disrespectful. What? He's taking the piss.
Playing the game, man. He's playing the game. I love it. Mind games. I'm here.
He's hilarious. Anyways, Liam Rosenior, even after the game, he's like, there wasn't too much difference between Arsenal and Chelsea, even though we beat them.
He's right. The only difference is that we didn't need to win and you did, so there needed to be a difference. Do you get what I'm saying? You can have that if you want, Liam. There wasn't much of a difference. The difference is We didn't need to do anything, and you needed to do it all. So you should be embarrassed that you played the same way we did. We were in the league.
Bro, this is hilarious. Man's out here. He's saying, in his opinion, we disrespect everybody at the moment. One of our staff went through that. We apologize, and that's it. And then he says, it is very common in football, especially with the goalkeeper, long balls, all that. So nothing there to comment. So he did apologize, but at the same time, he's like, it's nothing. So chill out.
Joke, man.
Anyways, hilarious.
I'm
telling you, Chelsea signed a nerd as a manager, man. The guy don't know how to act. And then the final thing, I was gonna show you this video to finish it off. We got a couple seconds left. I'm gonna ask you the question, and he's gonna ask you the question. If England win the World Cup, right? If England win the World Cup, how will everyone react? Will they start saying, "Oh, we only won it through Saka and Declan Rice corners," or are they going to be sitting there saying, "You know what? England's the best team in the world"?
I love that. I actually love what he did there. I love that. Freaking love that. Boy, they'll soon forget. We're the best, 3 Lions, 50 years of pain, all that stuff.
Do you remember when they were playing like that under Southgate, and they were like, "I fucking hate it, but if we win, I don't give a shit."
Bro, all the rules change when Arsenal are involved, man. Let's just keep it a buck, and that's just how it is. Let's kill them with success, man. Kill them with success.
This guy's always dropping gems, though. He's the same one who also said the English media are jealous of Arteta because he was playing around the same time as them, and they can't fathom a guy who's not as good as them as a football player is a better manager than them.
I hear it, bro.
Like, I can hear the jealousy. I can hear the jealousy from Gary Neville. I can smell the hatred from a Roy Keane, knowing that he failed as a manager, and this guy's constantly getting it right.
I loved. I don't know if you saw the Steve Bruce interview on TalkSport. The thing that I loved, he said, everyone's just excited to hear from Paul Scholes because throughout his whole career, nobody heard a word from him. So big up Steve Bruce from that, man. Big him up. You never saw Paul Scholes' interviews when he was a player, but now all of a sudden he's got a big mouth, yeah?
Bro, I'm telling you, these Man United former players, they message each other in a group chat and discuss and come up with what they think is going to be the most triggering topic to discuss. Because it's not a coincidence. Him and Rio both said the same thing after the Arsenal win for them. And then, their win versus Arsenal, I mean. And then what else is there? The next one, when they started talking about boring football, it's not a coincidence. Same time. When they talk about set pieces and all this stuff, not a coincidence. And I feel like Roy Keane, he's just there to sit there and just act like an angry old man. He don't bring no insight.
The difference between ex-Arsenal players and ex-Man U players is when discussing the match, we can put the rivalry to the side and analyze the game. But I don't know, they're still lost in like that era, which is great. But I mean, you are there not to show us fans message. You're supposed to show us professional analysis.
I don't know if it was because I was younger, but I felt like pundits back in the day used to teach you about the sport. But the only person who I feel like actually sits there and tries to teach you is Henry when he's on like Champions League football, talking about players and where they should be. Who actually sits there and as a pundit and actually tells you this is what they should have done and this is what they did wrong?
Just talk about Arsenal, mate. That's all it is. Just talk about how bad they are, how set pieces are ruining the game. Rather than analyze the space we're taking up, the reason why teams are not letting us do X, Y, and Z. They're focused on. Man
said you can't win the Premier League without having a player in the PFA Team of the Year that's an attacker, and they didn't have a single player in the Team of the Year except for Gary Neville at right back when they won the league 1 year.
Yeah, man, they're lost, mate. They think we don't have the receipts. We have all of them. And if you guys are free in the next 10 minutes, I've got some receipts coming out on Premier League Fan Zone. Some receipts got for the host there. So check me out in like 10 minutes, guys.
Are you going live right now?
In like 10 minutes, yeah. I'm about
All
to
right,
jump
no
on.
worries, man. You have a good one. I appreciate you joining me. Hopefully, we win the game. I'm going for a 2-0 win. You're going for a 2-0 win, and I'll see you soon, inshallah. You have a good day, bro.
I bet. Take it easy.
No,
Smash
no,
the like.
everybody.